You got 5 red lights at the front of the grid, and when they go out, we'll be underway for 66 laps of racing at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya, and we're away in Spain, and it's a very good start from 5th on the grid. Looks like Carlos Martin's coming through. At the front, we've got Stevens side by side with Schluter. Schluter edging ahead. Look at this. We're going 3 wide nearly, with Grankvist coming through as well, but Grankvist backs off, and Martin's up to 3rd. Now look at Schluter. Schluter's trying to hold the lead, but Stevens will have the inside. So Tom Stevens does take the lead, as I predicted he might. Now we go up towards Repsol, turn 4. This is a bit of a pinch point. It's a heavy braking zone on the first lap when you're surrounded by other cars, and a long acceleration zone on the exit. We've got a fight with one of the epic racing cars of Loic Mounier coming through on the outside. What a start for the rookie. Yellow flags out there somewhere. Hopefully everyone's got through okay. And round the outside of Jan Grankvist, the rookie overtakes the master and goes up into 4th position. What a start we are seeing. And then up the inside in 14th position is Matthew Williams fighting with Tomasz Vok and going up into 13th place now.
I see Vok and Williams properly going at it. There's here a replay here of us as the race starts. This is Svingel getting tied up just a little bit. Does he get fired off by any chance in the outside? Yes, and takes been with him, so that's not a great start for either of those drivers. Just unfortunately caught, and then accidentally collected Vince as well on the outside, so that's what kind of happens when it's 3, nearly 4 wide into that corner.
This is Frank Hamming's accident. So Hamming through the very first Campser gets over the curbs and loses it, and that's purely a lack of experience in these cars. Now we've got to move, and around the outside for P17 is Zolt Shukes on Jan Dragoon. And Jukka-Pekka Laulu there goes up into 18th position past Jan Dragoon. Nicely done. And it's still Stevens, Schluter and Martin, but look at this, Jukka-Pekka Laulu's making up another place. Goes up to P17, making hay while the Spanish sun shines.
Him and Rual definitely wants to keep an eye on.
Talking of Rual, making a move now on Chris Shepherd, so going past one of the soft-tired runners. So, and Shepherd misses the corner, but Stefan Rual is through already, goes through into 15th position, into the pits. Jan Grankvist from 5th position. Robin Panzer and Matthew Williams are also in. Mounier and Brachok come in. Daniel Stepkovsky is in as well. And there is Grankvist, and he's got out just ahead of Loic Mounier. Into the pits comes Stevens. Stevens came in from the lead there, and he is ahead of Grankvist and Mounier. You can see them in the background there. So Stevens has maintained his advantage over the two of them.
As Stevens just passed on the exit there. Is that Schluter that he's just passed?
Yeah, and Schluter runs wide on the exit as well, and he's going to lose out to Grankvist. He's side by side, and Grankvist does get it. So Schluter does lose out a couple of positions. Tom Stevens up to 4th position now, but it will probably be the net lead, Ryan.
And we got Rual as well, who is now leading the race, who is good, 6 seconds? As Tom's going to get it done pretty easily into turn 1 with the DRS there on Jeff.
And look at Grankvist, and he goes through on Jarl Tyen. Little twitchy from Tyen. I think this is a chance for Schluter. Goes to the inside, and does get through on Jarl Tyen now. Goes up to 6th place, and once again rejoins Jan Grankvist in his charge through the field.
But these guys have got to do something drastic now if they're going to want to catch up to Tom Stevens, and Grankvist doing a similar kind of move, getting it done into turn 1 with the help of DRS.
As through now goes Mark Schluter past Moritz Kropp, and taking a look in the background there was Loic Mounier.
We see now Jan and Schluter actually trying to hopefully get their way past Jeff as quickly as possible here. It feels like every lap now we're seeing Jan Grankvist move into turn 1 like this, and he gets it done again successfully. But big gap to take out there. As who's that? Yaltayin fighting with Panzer, yes. Trying to go the long way around, which is ambitious. Very tricky corner to get it done on, but again he goes to the outside. This time looks a little bit more successful to get a good drive. Oh no, as he goes onto the grass on the exit.
Tyen just lost about 5 places there. We're going to see what happened. He's heading through the fast right-hander. Is he going to get a swapper on here? Oh goodness, oh, a big spin. And a great save, really, really clever save from Yartayan.
We see Shepherd going backwards again. It's a bit strange. I don't know what's happening with Chris. He was up in, I remember, 15th and then got passed by Rualt, but not having a great day of it. Also, quick shout out, it was Chris's birthday this week as well.
Hope the rest of your race goes slightly better, as he's fighting now with Igo Poom. This is over 18th position. Poom around the outside. Pretty good manoeuvre, actually. And there is 5th place runner Robin Panzer. Daniel Stepkowski comes into the pits. Owen McGorky says Tom is easily two-stopping. Yep, that's what we reckon. Here is Mike Quint through turn 2. Car very twitchy. He's under control there, just about. Now into turn 3. And the car gets away from him, and that's a big impact into the wall. And once you lose a rear wheel like that, there's no way you're getting the car back to the pits.
As we see Dylan Fisher carving his way through, making the move on Jeff Fournier there.
And there's a move. Moritz Kropp on Jan Dragoon going up into 14th place. As behind him, Matthew Williams goes up to 17th and rubs wheels with Jeffrey Fournier. Do they get through turn 3 cleanly? This is a hard corner at the best of times. The car gets light here. And behind them we've got Pascal Pollentz getting involved, the fastest driver in the race so far. Fournier holding the inside line, driving him out to the grass. That'll put Pollentz up a place. Nearly locking wheels. You've got to be so careful with these open wheelers, and there's the bang. Somehow they both still point in the same direction. Another rub of wheels, and Pollentz does get through into 18th. And Stevens with that 6.5 second cushion has the initiative to cover Schluter off in whatever way he can. As up the inside into 16th place. Into 15th place is Pascal Pollentz on Jan Dragoon, and following him through, a great move. Very opportunistic from Jeffrey Fournier. And there's a move further down. Dylan Fisher fighting with Moritz Kropp over that 12th position. And look how close Panzer is now to Loic Mounier. He goes up the inside and does go through in a straight line. Mounier had no defense of that, had no DRS from a car in front. And Panzer has swept through now into 4th position.
I'm going to see another overtake as well. Pascal Pollentz going up the inside. Oh, gosh, no. Moritz Kropp tries to hold on around the outside, but it doesn't quite work on that occasion.
Tom Stevens. 22 laps to go. You can totally do that on medium tyres. Surely he's got a pit soon. And he does. Into the pits comes Tom Stevens. Slows it down to pit lane speed limit. Locks up the wheels. And into the pits in the background comes Mark Schluter. So both of the top 2 in. And he comes out. Stefan Rualt nearly going through on the outside. Robin Panzer into the pits. He'll drop outside of the top 10. And here he is. He's caught up behind him. He theoretically will be much faster here, but he's going to have to go right around the outside. Oh, this is not a good situation for Mark Schluter. He's run out over the curb and gets through. Really brave stuff, really decisive move, but he runs wide. He runs wide out of the final turn, which will give him a really bad run. Rualt will go back through. This is costing Schluter so much time. Now he goes back through on the straight again. Jan Grankvist temporarily leads the race by 9.5 seconds over Carlos Martin. And it's very tight here. This is Moritz Kropp we're watching. Fighting with Fournier, Panzer, Stepkowski. Is Mounier in there as well? Yep, that's Mounier going to the outside. Mounier on the fresher tyres goes around the outside and makes it stick and keeps it off the curb. That's the important thing. Good move from Loic Mounier. Ducking out of the slipstream in the background is Matthias Moos. He goes through as well on Moritz Kropp. And Kropp is hung out to dry on the outside. He's bleeding time here. And Jan Grankvist is in the pits, so that means that Stevens and Schluter will go back through. And Loic Mounier has dropped out of the points, and that's because he's got a penalty for speeding in the pits. So Mounier has been back into the pits, an unnecessary third time. And that will cost him a great deal. Oh, and side by side further back, we've got Pascal Pollentz and Matthew Williams. Williams getting the upper hand there. Side by side further back, Janos Brachok and Daniel Stepkowski. Is Dragoon and Shooks now fighting. Shooks around the outside. Great move. He'll have the inside for the next turn. And gets it turned in. So Shooks to 14th ahead of Dragoon, and now Matthew Williams gets involved as well on the exit. Oh, did he give him a little shove there? Looked like there was wheel-to-wheel contact. And now coming through as well is Pascal Pollens in the HRT. Stevens will get him this lap, surely. Down the start-finish straight, he'll open the rear wing. And this is a good place to make the move. You lose very minimal time doing it into turn 1.
As these two are going at it, Brachok and Muss. We have a few individuals that are scoring quite high for teams, as we see. Who's that?
Fisher.
Fisher up the inside, yep, gets that done. Obviously his tyres will be super fresh right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see him doing Jan Grankvist pace any second now, as soon as he gets through this traffic. Sorry, Ryan.
Yeah, TOP definitely going to have a good score. Adonis, similar. Going to have really good round. Unfortunately goes round. Hold the brake!
I think he tagged him. I think Fisher tagged him from behind. We're going to see it on board with Dylan Fisher. Kind of looks as if Pollens just lost it by himself, doesn't it? Here's Mark Schluter approaching Carlos Martin, losing a bit of time to Stevens as he goes, but he does get through now. Almost drives Martin off the road. Meanwhile, Grankvist has passed Carlos Martin, so the top 3 are as we expect them to finish. Jarl Tynes up to 16th ahead of Jan Dragoon. He still stands a chance of salvaging a point for that second THR car. And there is the fight between... Oh, contact! Brachok and Ruhl. And that was Brachok passing Ruhl. And this is Stephen Lexo. Lexo going up into 10th place. Oh, spins it. Oh, dear. Well, he's still running 10th, so hasn't lost too much. And there's the move. And Moose does get 7th now, away from Stefan Ruhl. But here's the fight for P4. We've got Panzer slipstreaming Martin. He has the DRS open. He'll go to the outside on the final lap of the race. Around the outside, touches him, and they get through cleanly, just about. So Panzer takes 4th ahead of Carlos Martin. And this is what happened to the unfortunate Zolt Shooks. He's in turn 4. Does he disconnect or does he have an accident? He's going to lose it. And he's in the barriers. That's tragic stuff in the late stages of the race. And there's the twitch that led to a massive impact into the barriers. We are now watching Tom Stevens, who will win his first GPVWC Super League race of the year. Tom Stevens takes the victory by 2.7 seconds over Mark Schluter. Jan Grankvist 3rd, then Robin Panzer, Carlos Martin, Janos Brachok, Matthias Moos, Stefan Ruhl, Stephen Lexo, Tomasz Vok, Jakub Lalu, Dylan Fisher, Matthew Williams, Jeffrey Fournier and Daniel Stepkowski, P15. Then missing out on points were Jarl Tyne in the second THR. Gave it a good shot, but unfortunately came up short. Jan Dragoon was P17, then Hygo Poom, Fabian Ballet and Loic Mounier. Also classified will be Philip Pushke, Zolt Shooks and Moritz Kropp, although I don't think Shooks or Kropp, well, I know Shooks and Kropp didn't cross the line. And also retiring from the race were Pascal Pollens, Chris Shepherd, Mike Quint, Frank Hamming, Janssen Bintz and Istvan Singal.